Okay, so we're here. We're doing.
Yeah.
All we're doing is taking 2 licks. Those 2 licks are on the 3rd string. We're doing a bend, release, and then going to the other note. Chord bend, which you can also play with a slide. The first variation technique is to take each of those individual notes and repeat them. So if I repeat the first note, here's the first note, here's the second, and here's the third. If I repeat that first note, I get. If I repeat the second note, I get this. If I repeat the third note, I get. So repeating single notes.
Okay.
You can also repeat the first note and the second note together, like as a group. Or the second and third. Or repeat the third and the first. Cool. Another thing you do is bend any one of those 3 notes. So we can go. Right, any of those notes. Another thing you can do is put in a note anywhere else in the scale. So say I'm doing those first 3 notes, repeating the first one like this. I can take any note in the scale and put it in there. Or second. Any other random note in the scale, you get a totally different melody. Cool?
Yep.
So I can take the second note, do the same thing. No, I just took that second note, put in round notes. Cool? So all I'm doing is taking the second note, jumping to another note, and coming back and do that same lick. Nothing else about the lick is playing that same note. So I can do the same thing with the third note. Cool? Those are all just variations. And again, the only way we're doing any of those variations is playing either the first note repeated, the second note repeated, or the third note repeated, or playing the first and second note repeated together as a group, the second and third repeated as a group, or the third and first repeated as a group. You can also play it backwards. So instead of, you can do all those same things again. You repeat the first one, repeat the second one, repeat the third one, repeat the first 2.
And you do all that backwards.
Yeah, and then you can put in a note anywhere else on the scale. The idea? Same lick, just playing some other notes on the scale. Cool?
Yep.
Okay, and that was just one lick. That whole thing was one lick. The other lick we're working on is this one where we do the 4th string, hammer on, then go to the 3rd string. Usually with bar. So get that. So again, repeat the first note. Cool. Or repeat the second note. Cool. Or the third note. Again, you can bend any note. Cool. Or you can repeat the first 2 notes. Or the second notes. Or the third and the first. you're still just focusing on playing lick. I'm just popping in another note somewhere from the scale, and you get a totally different line. Now all I've done is 2 licks. That whole video is just 2 licks, doing those basic things: repeating a single note, repeating groups of 2 notes, bending notes, adding other notes in, playing the thing backward, doing all that stuff. And that was just 2 licks. Only on 1 string. I never move that around, but you can move this to any string, any position. So if I do that here, the first lick looks like this. We're here. So it looks like this. So I get this. The second note now. The third note. Well, the idea is to work that little move every way possible. Now I'm going to do that same thing. First 2 notes repeating. And the next 2 notes. Or the third and the first. We'll play it. It bends on each one. Play the second one. Then the first one. Cool. Or put another note in. Other notes from the scale. Cool, and there I did on the second note. Or do it on the third note. The idea? Or I'm all just basing that on this one main idea. Go up, go back, and doing those methodic things of either repeating the first note, either repeating the second note, repeating the third note, repeating the first 2, the second 2, the third 2, or
backwards.
doing a bend on any of them, or adding a random note from the scale anywhere in. You get all these. It becomes absolutely endless what you can do with those couple little licks. And all I just did there was that first lick. If I do this, the second one looks like this. Repeat the first note. Repeat the second one. Repeat the third one. Repeat the first and second. Repeat the second and the third. Repeat the third and the first. You're getting a lot of rolls and things, now do the same thing and bend any of those. Or do it backwards. Repeat the first. The idea?
Yeah.
In different rhythms. Now I do that same thing, but putting in another note. I just did this, but I tossed in this note. third lick in there, you're gonna have even more things you can do. It gives you more motions that you're thinking about. But the permutations of just those little 2 licks, doing those several things that you can think of.
You were doing that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so
then, if you wanted to, you did 1, 2, 3, and you landed on a number 1 on a different string, or
don't even necessarily land on a different string. I
Okay.
just toss another note in somewhere in the middle of the lick. So if I have like 1, 2, 3, I can put an extra note here. I can go. Just toss another note in.
yeah.
Or I can toss this one in. Or, so like, toss in any extra note wherever you want, but you're still thinking of doing that main lick and trying to make that lick happen. You can do it forward and backwards. You're repeating any of the notes. You're repeating part of it, and you get a jillion permutations. You
I
do it
can
on every
see
string.
that.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So,
No.
different rhythms,